Ever wonder why setting personal boundaries is so crucial for your well-being? Personal boundaries, often thought of as invisible lines we draw around ourselves, play a key role in maintaining our mental and emotional health. Imagine you're a castle. The walls of your castle are your personal boundaries. They protect your inner sanctuary, your self-esteem, your values, and your well-being. Without these solid walls, your castle is vulnerable, open to all sorts of unwanted influences. Just like the walls of a castle, our boundaries need to be strong and well-defined. They help us distinguish our own needs, desires, and rights from others. They prevent us from being manipulated or used, and they enable us to stand up for ourselves. When we have well-defined boundaries, we understand and respect our own limitations. We give ourselves permission to say no when we need to without feeling guilty. We allow ourselves the freedom to be who we truly are, without the fear of losing ourselves in the process. But setting boundaries is just half the battle. The other half is communicating these boundaries to others. It's important to let people know what we're comfortable with and what we're not. This clarity can help create a healthy distance, a buffer zone if you will, between us and others. This doesn't mean we're pushing people away. On the contrary, it means we're creating a space where mutual respect and understanding can flourish. It's like saying, this is where I end, and you begin. It's a way of honoring both our own and others' individuality. Remember, boundaries are not about building walls to keep people out. They're about defining the space where we can invite people in, while still maintaining our self-respect and well-being. So, when you think about your personal boundaries, don't see them as barriers. Instead, see them as bridges. Bridges that connect you to a healthier, more empowered you. Bridges that enable you to have healthier, more respectful relationships with others. Remember, boundaries are not barriers but bridges to a healthier you. Ever stop to question why you feel the need to detach? It's a question that might seem simple, but it's layered with complexities. The power of self-reflection lies in unraveling these layers. It's about looking inward, understanding your emotions, and figuring out the thoughts that drive them. Is it anxiety? Is it sadness or anger? Or maybe it's a mix of all three. When you reflect, you start to see the impact of these emotions and thoughts on your well-being. You begin to realize how certain people or situations might be draining your energy, causing you stress, or making you unhappy. This understanding is the first step towards making informed decisions. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly you can see what's there and decide what stays and what goes. And so, the process of detachment begins with understanding yourself. Self-awareness, then, forms the foundation of conscious detachment. Do you find yourself entangled in past regrets or future worries? If so, you're not alone. Our minds have a knack for time travel, taking us back to yesterday's mistakes or propelling us into tomorrow's uncertainties. But there's a way to anchor ourselves in the here and now. It's called mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of anchoring ourselves in the present moment. It's about acknowledging our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and then letting them pass like clouds in the sky. This practice helps us avoid getting tangled in negative thoughts about the past, or worrying about the future. There are various mindfulness exercises you can try, like meditation or deep breathing. During meditation, you can focus on your breath, a mantra, or even the sensations in your body. Deep breathing, on the other hand, can help you slow down your mind and bring you back to the present. Mindfulness, thus, becomes a calming anchor amid the stormy seas of anxiety. When was the last time you truly focused on yourself? This question is more important than you might think. Shifting your focus inward is a crucial step in your personal growth and overall well-being. When we say focus on yourself, we mean dedicate time to your own interests, hobbies, and activities that bring you genuine joy. It's about prioritizing your needs, your dreams, and your happiness. Consider this. When was the last time you indulged in a hobby that you love, for no other reason than it makes you feel good? When was the last time you set aside an afternoon to dive into a book that's been gathering dust on your shelf? These are the moments that make up the journey inward. They are the stepping stones on the path to self-discovery and fulfillment. So take a step today. Start that journey. Your journey inward is a voyage toward self-discovery and fulfillment. Ever considered the value of a gradual goodbye? It's a gentle easing out, rather than an abrupt severance. It's about reducing your interaction with those people or situations that cause you distress, bit by bit, day by day. Imagine it as a dance, a waltz of retreat and advance, carefully choreographed to maintain balance and ease the transition for both parties involved. This approach allows for a smoother detachment process, offering a cushion of time to adjust to the change. It's a respectful withdrawal, a softening of the ties that bind without sudden rupture. It's like a setting sun, slowly sinking below the horizon, leaving behind a soft glow before nightfall. The art of gradual detachment isn't about running away, it's about moving forward with grace and compassion for yourself and others. It's about recognizing the need for space and distance, and creating it with consideration and care. Gradual detachment, then, is an art of letting go with grace. Ever thought about the power of a supportive shoulder? It's like a sturdy anchor in a stormy sea, isn't it? We're talking about the strength that comes from seeking support. It's a step we often overlook or even avoid, worried about burdening others. But here's the thing, we're social creatures by nature, designed to connect, share, and support one another. When you're navigating the choppy waters of detachment, leaning on friends, family, or professionals isn't just helpful, it's essential. They offer a safe space to express your feelings, unload your burdens, and gain perspective. They validate your emotions and provide guidance, helping you to navigate your own path. Professional support, on the other hand, offers an unbiased, expert perspective. Therapists or counselors can equip you with tools and strategies tailored to your unique situation, making your journey smoother and more manageable. Support, then, becomes a beacon of hope in your journey of detachment. Do you find yourself trying to control everything and everyone? It's a common feeling, but it's also a burden that we need not carry. Acceptance is the first step towards releasing this burden. Acceptance is not about passive resignation, but about understanding that there are things beyond our sphere of influence. Imagine holding a glass of water. The longer you hold it, the heavier it feels, until it becomes unbearable. The weight of the glass hasn't changed, but the burden of holding it has. This is similar to our attempts to control everything and everyone. The effort is exhausting and often futile. Now imagine setting that glass down. That's acceptance. It's acknowledging that you can't control the outcome of every situation or the actions of every individual. Acceptance is a conscious decision to focus on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your mindset. But with acceptance often comes guilt. Guilt that you're letting go, that you're not doing enough, or that you're prioritizing yourself. It's important to understand that it's not only okay, but necessary to prioritize your mental and emotional health. You can't pour from an empty cup, after all. Releasing guilt is like setting down another heavy glass you've been holding. It's acknowledging that your well-being matters, and that taking steps to protect it doesn't make you selfish or uncaring. Guilt can be a powerful emotion, but it's also a barrier to personal growth and freedom. So how do we let go of guilt? It starts with self-compassion. Understand that it's okay to make mistakes, to have limits, and to put your well-being first. Recognize that your worth is not tied to pleasing others or controlling outcomes. Challenge guilt-inducing thoughts and replace them with self-affirming ones. Acceptance and letting go of guilt are not one-time events, but ongoing processes. They require patience, persistence, and kindness towards oneself. But the reward is a lighter load to carry, more peace of mind, and the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Acceptance and release of guilt, then, are the keys to personal freedom. Ever wondered how your surroundings influence your mood and thoughts? Well, they do, and quite profoundly. Our environment often acts as a mirror, reflecting our emotions and thoughts and amplifying them. That's why creating a positive environment is so crucial when you're working on detaching from negativity. Imagine your environment as a personal sanctuary, a space where you're surrounded by optimism, motivation, and positivity. This doesn't necessarily mean you need to change your physical surroundings, although a clean, organized space can indeed uplift your mood. It's more about the vibe, the energy around you. Engaging in activities that inspire you, that make your heart sing, can have a transformative effect on your environment. Similarly, spending time with people who uplift you, who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, can help counterbalance any negativity you might be trying to detach from. A positive environment, then, is your personal sanctuary of peace and happiness.